What's going on, everybody? This is still a podcast. Just had a little bit of a layoff. Anyways, this is the S&M Sports Talk podcast. My name is Rook, and I'm here with Misty.
Hey, everybody.
All right, so
what do we talk about on this thing again?
I think it's
remember.
Sports or
Figures,
comedy.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Whatever.
So, okay, first and foremost, let's get this out the way. If you want to email us, snmsportstalk@gmail.com. We're also on Facebook. Twitter is SM Sports Talk 1.
Your face. Do you remember? On Facebook and Instagram, we're SM Sports Talk.
Yeah. Sure. So, a lot of stuff has happened. It's been almost 2 months.
Yeah. 6 weeks, right? You said 7
6
weeks?
weeks.
Something?
I think it was like the second week of October,
Sorry,
and we're on the second week of December, so about 2 months.
Majority my fault. I apologize.
So, before we start with sports topics, which we have pretty big ones right now, Misty, I think, broke her rib. You know.
Oh yeah. So we were all sick.
We were all
coughing,
sick. Bronchitis and boovitis and whatever crap was in our
swine
lungs.
flu or something.
Yeah.
And 9 months pregnant. I coughed so hard I broke my rib.
Yep.
Went to the emergency room and they said, "Ooh, sorry, take some Tylenol."
Yeah, it's like you can't take any pain medication or even...
They wouldn't even do an x-ray to see if it was broken because I was so pregnant.
Even the majority of the cough suppressants,
I couldn't do anything.
Take. And,
it was awful.
And I was here with our existing kid, and it was just
who was also coughing, and you were coughing.
Yeah, but there, it was late at night. It was like I think 11 o'clock or midnight.
Yeah.
So it was.
Oh yeah, and I literally called you into the bedroom like, I can't stand up. Can you help me?
I know, and I was like, man, I'm in the middle of watching SportsCenter. God, I'm just kidding.
Like I literally bent over to pick something up and coughed and cracked my rib.
Yeah,
it was
and then
awful.
Of course we had our second kid, so we're very grateful and all that stuff.
So now we may do the podcast like once every 6 weeks.
No, we're gonna try to get back. We're gonna try to get back on the schedule because I kind of miss doing this. Like, there's something cathartic about.
No, it's fun.
Just like talking and getting crap off your chest. Like,
I mean, we said it a long time ago on here anyway. But we have these conversations around the house anyway.
Right.
So it's kind of fun to record it.
Like if you think about this, like when you're in your 30s, right? All your peers, like we all have to work. So during the daytime, we're all busy. Nighttime, because we have kids
we're
or
tired.
whatever, we want to spend time with family, eat dinner, and then late nighttime, we want to
catch up on the shows we can't watch when the kids are awake.
Or if the kids are awake, go out and do stuff with friends and family. So you don't really get to like for a guy at least. And I know that's kind of a sexist thing to say, I guess, but since you're here, but. I'm just saying for me, like a guy's guy.
It's like a nice break.
I like to talk about sports.
Uninterrupted, just sports. Yeah,
and
sure.
I'll text my buddies about like, oh my God, did you see what the Patriots did? Or did you see what did you see that crappy Cowboys game?
Inevitably at this point in your life, a sports conversation with a friend, not your wife, is like interjected with, how are the kids? How's your wife? How's work? How are things?
Hey, dude, we're talking about playoffs.
How's your family?
Don't ask me about my kids. I don't even know where my kids are.
They are fine. If they weren't fine, you would know.
Right.
Don't ask.
If I'm watching the game, I don't know where my kids are.
Well, especially now.
I assume somebody has them and they're safe.
With a newborn, everyone wants to nobody wants to talk about sports with you.
So anyways, all that boring stuff, I don't think anybody cares. No,
all the boring stuff. No, children. This is the
funny thing about society, right?
Yeah.
It's like when you have a kid, you think nobody else on earth has ever had a kid. You're like, oh, it's very difficult. The newborn years is just really tough.
Oh wait,
Horse
I
shit.
could do a whole podcast on how people lie to you before you have kids.
True.
And untruths that are told.
So this is our PSA. A kid will change your life for the better and for the worse.
Yes.
For the better,
nobody's going to tell you that, but it's not easy.
Yeah, for the better because, well, it depends. Like, I think both of our kids are awesome. I love them all my heart.
Yeah, they're awesome.
But man, your scheduling will suck. You'll be exhausted.
When you are the most tired, a toddler will wake up and throw up in the middle of the night.
Why are we talking about this?
I don't know. We want the people to know.
All right.
The people should know.
Hang on.
But they're great.
Sorry, I had to restart the show. So
I was like, what are you doing?
So we apologize for the past 2 minutes of your time.
I don't apologize. That's quality information, but we won't do it again.
Anyways, so
sports.
You know what's funny? I wish we kind of had a live interface to where this is easier.
It is is the middle of the damn day. Who could be listening to this live interface? Is that what you mean?
Oh, I don't know.
Like people listening live? It's noon on a Wednesday.
You know what would be the shit? What? If we were like live on the radio. Like ESPN Houston or something. Because those guys suck.
They are awful. I was going to tell you that.
Yeah, they're pretty rude.
When I was taking...
Okay, so let's go and talk about sports. What's going on? What's the big news?
I was going to talk about sports.
What's
Hold
the big
on.
news?
Oh, what?
Oh,
what?
good.
The Patriots are big fat cheaters? Is that what you want to talk about first?
First of all, that's offensive to fat people.
Sorry, they're big. I mean...
They're assholes.
Oh, yeah? Okay, there you go. Yeah. I mean, okay, yeah, we can start there if you want. It's like going to get me all fired up.
We have to start there.
Okay.
So... Okay.
Go ahead.
No.
Nope. No, please. Go ahead. Go ahead. I was about to get riled up, but I'll wait.
So the Patriots...
You can give some context first, and then I'll get riled up.
You can't make this shit up. You simply cannot.
Assholes.
So the Patriots, once again, got caught with a... Sorry, and I'm doing air quotes. I know this is a podcast. You can't see it. Just understand I'm doing air quotes. And I'll make a noise. They're... Independence film crew was taping the Bengals and Browns game last week. Right?
Just like that ball boy independently put too much, let too much air out of the balls, or any insert number of bullshit things the Patriots have done.
So, so they cleared it with I believe the Browns, but they did not clear it with the Bengals. And so the Bengals were like, "Hey man, what are you guys doing?"
They said they were showing some recruiter something. They wanted to show what a recruiter was doing or something. So
the Bengals confronted the camera person. The camera person said, "Oh, I'm a Robert Kraft guy," and then they're confronting each other because the Bengals play the Patriots next week, and allegedly, because it's not proven just yet, the cameraman said, "Hey, I can just delete the tape. It's not a big deal. Can we just ignore this?" And so the Bengals contacted the NFL, and the NFL took the tapes away from the Patriots. Okay, so all is shady still, but here's the thing. Okay, so the Patriots came out in a statement saying, "Oh, it was our independent film crew shooting an online web series called Do Your Job," and they were showing like different aspects of a football team, like the recruiter, the scouts, and blah blah blah, and what they do. And they're saying that the camera crew unknowingly shot on the sideline and caught coach's signals.
Right.
So yeah. So the problem is that's a big no. I mean, anybody and everybody knows what Spygate is. Okay, like you're not allowed to shoot signals. You can't shoot coach's signals.
Who did that?
What?
Who did that originally?
Yeah, the Patriots.
Right?
I mean, it's
like no, I'm not saying like everybody knows that, but they should especially know that. They already got in trouble for doing that one time.
Right. And so the thing is, I think it was pre-2004, I believe. This was not a rule. You could film the sideline because nobody ever thought, like stealing signals was kind of like an unwritten rule, or like, hey, just don't do it, don't be like that. But everybody does do it. Wink, wink. So I think when they outlawed it, I'm sure teams still did do it, but the Patriots got caught doing it, and I believe it was the Jets, and I know it was Eric Mangini who kind of thumbed it and brought this into the public light. But there was another team, man. I think it was the Rams. I can't really remember. But anyways, it was during the first two Super Bowls the Patriots won in the early 2000s, and I guess okay. So here's the deal: we had the original Spygate. Okay, a few years later, and this is the one that nobody really talks about. John McDaniels also got caught, I believe, recording the Denver Broncos. Okay. And then there's of course Deflategate, which every Patriots fan and their mother is like, oh, a scientist proved blah blah blah. Look,
who cares?
You mean to tell me I have a football in my home?
Yes.
Okay.
That you pump up regularly.
Every Sunday for the games when I'm not working, I pump it up because for some reason I believe that I can channel my strength through the television to my team.
Because in your heart, you're a baseball player. You're a superstitious baseball player.
I am. But I do wash all my clothes. But
we don't.
baseball players don't wash their socks.
I know, but we don't wash our jerseys during the football season.
They're getting washed today.
We'll talk about that later.
They're getting washed today. So anyways, I've lived in Chicago, and Chicago, for God's sakes, the coldest was negative 18 degrees. We've thrown the football around, goofing off. I went to Soldier Field, for God's sakes, where it was negative 9. The ball didn't lose like 8 and 9 psi. Do you know how much that is?
Oh yeah.
So don't sit here and tell me physics. Like give me a break. I can use real life examples to debunk your little equation on a chalkboard. And then you have this now spying issue, which Belichick has said, I had no idea about this.
100%
We don't see any of the video until it's the final product on the web.
Who sees it then?
So I'm like, dude, give me a break. My problem with the Patriots, they have all the talent in the world.
It's not necessary.
They can be a world-class organization, but they just tend to err on the side of being an asshole. They just do asshole tactics. They do shady stuff that it's just, another issue was like the tuck rule. It's like when the Raiders were playing against the Patriots, and oh no, it's not a fumble because Tom Brady tucked. Oh, Tom Brady got his knee injured, so we're gonna make this a rule.
How many quarterback protecting rules are because of Tom Brady?
Everything is catered to the Patriots and Tom Brady, and it's so obnoxious.
Which is why they never really get in trouble for this shit, is because they make so much money for the NFL.
They lost a first round draft pick in 2008, and they were fined $500,000. Do you know what that is?
Nothing.
That's like me losing a bag of Cheetos and like losing $1 in my couch. Are you kidding me? That is nothing to a $1 billion plus organization. Give me a break. Like, it's bullshit. Roger Goodell, first of all, we've discussed Goodell multiple times here. He is a shitty commissioner. And you know what? You know what I'm about to do? I'm about to actually go back on my word.
Uh-oh.
I've always said Bill Belichick is the best coach out there forever.
He is.
I've always said that Tom Brady is the GOAT. And he might have the numbers, but there's always, in my mind, going to be an asterisk.
It's always something. This is what I was going to ask you. Why is it in any other sport when a team gets caught cheating? The Astros just got caught cheating. I don't think we talked about that. They got caught. All those baseball players and the PEDs and Congress and all that bullshit. Some of them couldn't even get to the Hall of Fame, right? In the record books, they have asterisks, or they were removed from the record books. At what point do we do that to Belichick and Brady? And I'm not saying that Tom Brady is instructing people to do this, but I don't believe for 1 minute that he had nothing to do with deflating those footballs. Otherwise, he would have handed over his damn cell phone, first of all. Secondly, I mean, at what point do we stop ignoring that they're doing this? And you're right, Bill Belichick is the greatest coach to ever coach the game. Tom Brady is probably the greatest quarterback to ever play. That's fine. But
how are they
great? At the behest of what?
Yeah,
exactly.
How are they the greatest if they have some type
how
of
do you really know?
Some competitive unfair advantage?
Exactly. It's the same as maybe, I don't know, Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds would have been the best home run hitter ever, but how do you really know how they would have done without the, was it still PEDs, steroids, something? It wasn't the same that people use now, right? It was something different with them.
Oh man, there's all kinds of stuff. But
I don't know. Anyway,
it's just, and I don't want this to be like a Patriots bitch fest, because they are the villains of the league. I understand.
But they make themselves.
I understand that the Dallas Cowboys being America's team, like everybody wants to hate them. Like you either hate them or love them. There's never
the Patriots are the same way though.
No, the Patriots are loved by Bostonians.
That's what I'm saying. There's no in between.
Bostonians and fair weather fans, right? And they're hated by pretty much everybody else.
Yeah, but you know what? All of those things independently, like if you heard, I don't know who, the Raiders got caught taping their opponent, right? You'd be like, oh, that sucks. Like, why would they do that?
I'd be like, I mean, they suck.
But whatever.
They need some help.
Yeah. But when you
can't the Cowboys record somebody?
No
for
kidding.
God's sakes.
Like somebody else's offensive coordinator, perhaps. Yeah. But when you take all of these things together, it's like, of course I believe that it happened. And of course I believe they did it on purpose, because they've done so many other things. Yep. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know. And by the way, am I supposed to believe that this guy worked for Robert Kraft or that he was an independent film crew. Which one? Because both things have been said. And also, by the way, we talked about this earlier. If you're going to be dumb enough to commit a crime, commit it with someone who is smart enough to lie properly. Like, this guy literally got caught and was like, well, if we erase it, can we just forget all about it?
Yeah, that's like you getting pulled over by cops. Like, okay, look, officer, look. Can we just take all this meth and just put it down the drain and just
forget that it happened?
Let's just shake hands, bro.
I know we were just robbed that bank, but if we just take the money back and put it back in the vault, can we just forget that it happened? Pick better people. Yeah, it's stupid. First of all, if you're gonna do it. But
I've been blessed with world class lying skills, so I think I could. You know what? If there's like a LinkedIn. Or like an Indeed.com for the Patriots.
For liars?
No. To be like an independent videographer. Maybe I can apply for that.
Well, you would probably be better than this moron.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll just delete it.
You know some of my lies.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
You know some of the stuff
sure,
I've
of course. But here's the thing.
People still think my name is Sharuk.
What that means to me is that he does work for Robert Kraft, but was told to not tell anyone that he works for Robert Kraft. And was too stupid to remember that he wasn't supposed to be working for Robert Kraft. So that's my other question. At what point do we hold Robert Kraft accountable for this? Like, and who's ordering these things to happen? If it's not Belichick, if it's not, I mean, like I said, I don't think that Tom Brady is ordering these things to happen, but if it's not Belichick, if it's not Robert Kraft, if it's not whoever their GM is, I don't even know, then like who's this independent film crew didn't do it by themselves. That ball boy did not deflate those balls by himself.
Right.
Like, so who's ordering this and who do we hold accountable?
Well,
and I just saw before we started recording, the NFL is inclined. I'm sorry, how do you do the air quotes?
There you go.
Inclined to believe the Patriots film crew's story. Like, of course they're inclined. The money inclines them to believe that the Patriots aren't cheating.
As long as Goodell is a commissioner, the Patriots will get away with everything. And that's just how it is. And, you know, like Patriots fans and all this stuff, they send this website out called yourteamcheats.com or something like that.
I looked at it earlier. I highly recommend you look at it if you want to get some giggles.
Because, like, the Patriots steal signals and they steal offensive signals and they know exactly what defense to call. Hell, Doug Flutie was like, man, I think it was Doug Flutie was like, every time I called an audible, the defense magically shifted exactly where the ball was going.
No defense is that good, but
there have been rumors, and it's kind of hard to prove them. But opposing people have stated that they can hear Tom Brady talking into his microphone well beyond the cutoff time for a standard quarterback. I mean, there's just all kinds of crap going on with this organization. The owner, Kraft, gets caught going to a what was
a happy
ending massage parlor.
I was going to say, you're trying to think of the nice way.
I'm trying to not.
You're trying to avoid calling it a rub and tug. Is that what you're doing?
I was going to call it a JOS, like a jerk off station. But okay, fine, whatever. A rub and tug. Thank you.
Right, yeah, no problem.
Like he gets caught there, and there's like sex slaves, and like they're part of a sex trafficking ring.
Yeah,
and all
trafficking. I forgot all about that. They were like being held there against their will and stuff.
And like once again, magically he didn't know about it.
Yeah.
And then now Spygate. Oh, we didn't have anything to do with that. Yeah. I think their excuse at that time was, our cameras were positioned off by a few yards. That was an accident. It was blah, blah. And then
how these things keep accidentally happening.
Oh no, Tom Brady never asked anybody to deflate the balls. Oh no, there's no text messages. Oh no, it's because the cold air. Like oh no, and this. And I understand. Even after the Deflategate, when they replaced the balls at halftime, the Patriots did even better and kicked the shit out of the Colts. I totally get that. Fine.
Yeah, not the point. If the cheating doesn't help you, you still cheated.
And then this spying issue, like, oh, no, they're independent. Bill Belichick, I have no idea what's going on here. Like, dude, you
ridiculous.
guys just look despicable. So
to everyone who's not a Patriots fan,
yeah.
The Patriots fans like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It's like the Houston, the Astros fans, like, so what if they stole signals?
Yeah.
It didn't help them.
You know what? It's unfortunate that I have a lot of Patriot fans, but I would a lot of Patriot friends. I would love for somebody to get on here and we can have like a sincere debate about it. I know one guy who would probably be a little bit more immature than most.
Well, he's not the one we need then.
Oh no, I'd love to have him on there. Anyways, okay.
Anyway, so that happened. The Patriots are big old cheaters.
Yeah, let's end this Patriots thing. Like this is annoying as shit.
But what will happen is exactly what you said always happens. Like what happened with Robert Kraft. We'll talk about it. Nothing will happen. The Patriots will somehow magically end up in the Super Bowl with this dumpster fire offense that they're running. And then it'll just go away.
I really can't wait for Tom Brady to retire, so the Patriots can be just a
regular ass team,
cellar dweller.
Yeah,
and we can go and close a chapter on this disgusting ass organization.
We just talked about this with somebody the other day. Like they're really not even grooming anybody.
Right.
So they're not going to be very good for. I mean, they're already a hot mess.
I hope Brady has like a very minor fracture, just like nothing detrimental, but something where he's like, oh, I'm
Just
getting
can't
old.
play.
I'm 42 or 43.
42, yeah.
I just want to retire. I can't rehab and work.
Like Andrew Luck.
Yeah, nothing that's gonna
like impair his
disable
life.
him
Yeah,
or
right.
that, but just like one of those transverse process fractures in the back.
Sure.
The Tony Romo thing.
Yeah, survivable, but you can't really
or like
play
a
with
rotator cuff injury.
Sure.
Like, oh, I don't want to rehab from this. I'm too old and blah.
Yeah.
I just want him to retire. I want Belichick to go away, and I want the Patriots to be a gutter ass franchise.
Wait, are you implying that when Brady's done, you think Belichick's done too?
I don't know.
You think? No, I'm just asking. Like,
Yeah,
do you think they'll
probably.
ride off into the sunset together?
Maybe. Belichick's old, so maybe.
Do you really think that Bill Belichick, after the kind of career that he's had, all this cheating aside, of course, do you really think he wants to stick around for like you said, a cellar
Like a
dweller,
rebuild?
like
Yeah,
a
no, I don't
rebuilding
think so.
team? No way.
I don't think so.
Anyway, that will be interesting. Give
Can
it
I
like
ask you for a
1 or
favor?
2 more years. Mhm.
Can we move on from the Patriots?
Yes, we can.
Because it's like the first time you sipped a beer, right?
Yeah.
It's like, do you remember the first time you had a beer?
Disgusting.
It's a disgusting taste.
So bad.
I just want to wash it out.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. We bought
But
some.
then you keep sipping it, and then
we bought
it's not
some
so disgusting.
non-alcoholic beer. We don't drink, obviously, since we had kids. But we bought some non-alcoholic.
What were we
Heineken.
eating? Pizza or something? We're like,
I was like,
sounds
man,
really
I
good.
feel young again. It was it's so tasty.
It's yummy.
So, anyways, other football stuff going
So
on.
if the 0.0 Heineken people want to send us anything for that little,
Yes. Yes.
yes. Okay. So there's another topic that I'm even more fired up about than the Patriots cheating. If you'd like to move on to the Cowboys or no. I mean, my God.
I would like to preface it by saying the Cowboys suck, the Eagles suck.
Our division is a joke.
Yeah. But please go ahead, take the horns.
I mean, there's so many things to talk about here, but first I would just like to mention that so today is Wednesday. The Cowboys played almost a week
Hump
ago,
day.
last Thursday. Mitchell Trubisky picked a good goddamn time to do his best Michael Vick impression during the game. He was running all over us.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
If you didn't catch what I said, that's Mitchell Trubisky, who hasn't done shit all season and practically was almost run out of Chicago on a rail. What the hell? What is happening?
Our offense looked pedestrian. Our defense, which, I thought our defense was at least formidable, looked like a junior varsity high school team.
They practically looked like they were just standing and watching the game happen.
So Jerry Jones said he's not going to fire midseason, which I agree with.
Oh, I don't.
Well, hang on. Here's the reason, though. Because
we can still make the playoffs?
No.
Oh.
Well, yeah, okay, yes, we can make the playoffs. But Jason Garrett did not have his contract renewed. So really, what's the point? If you fire him and put in an interim like Chris Richard or something like that, do you think all of a sudden we're going to surge and kick out? It doesn't really work like that. So why not just let him finish out the season, playoffs or not, and then just his contract's not renewed, just go part ways. That's
One
it.
could also argue if it's not going to make a difference either way, why not just get him the hell out of there?
There could be financial implications with firing somebody.
Well, okay.
It could be
I don't give a damn about the financial
could be
implications, but okay.
Because you're not paying the bills, broke ass.
No
I'm just
kidding.
saying, there could be something, written there, like something in this contract, like some kind of
some
clause
kind of
about,
severance
yeah, if you
situation
fire me,
or
then
something.
this and that and blah, blah, blah.
Maybe.
So I'm okay with that, but
Sure.
but I'm telling you,
What
I
you're
am
saying
telling you
is
this
reasonable.
much. In August, when I start watching preseason and my jersey is freshly laundered, and I put it on for the first time, put the kids' jerseys on, the wife puts the jersey on, we better have another coach. Speaking of other coaches, excuse me, Urban Meyer has discussed, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that if the Cowboys called him He said this is. He said the
Allegedly, they have not called him yet.
Well, supposedly,
I don't believe that.
I think
but,
Stephen Jones talked to him because Jerry said I haven't talked to a coach.
but no one reached out to him
Right.
to offer him any
Once
kind
again,
of job.
this is all allegedly. Put it under that.
Supposedly.
Yeah, put it under that umbrella because we don't know shit.
And we don't want to do the air quotes every time.
Right. But Urban Meyer said this is one of 3 jobs that you'll never say no to. One is coach of the Cowboys, coach of the Yankees.
Shortstop of the Yankees.
No,
I'm just
coach
kidding.
of the Yankees,
Just kidding.
or manager of the Yankees, and coach of the Lakers. So those three spots, and he said I would gladly take it, blah blah, which is a little bit disrespectful to Jason Garrett. I didn't like that. I kind of don't like that Jerry Jones is maybe kind of like, hey, I think he's like, I'm putting feelers out there.
Yeah, maybe
like,
this is your punishment. If we got to keep you for the rest of the season, you have to deal with the ridicule
Misty,
of
no, let the corpse be cold. Like just
It is cold. It's been cold for seasons.
No. I don't understand how you became so harsh. What happened to you?
How can you be so heartless? Is that what's his name?
Yikes.
It's Kanye, right?
Yeah. You sound like Wanye West. Wanye West. All right, anyways. So the Cowboys suck. We can move past them. Eagles also suck. We can move past them. Although the Giants,
What the hell?
how do you squander a 21-3 lead? How do you do it?
This is why nobody wants you to play anymore, Eli Manning. Dum dum.
Eli got 2 beautiful touchdowns.
He was doing great, actually.
I was like, Eli's my dog. And then they let Carson Wentz, the most overrated quarterback. He had a stretch of 6 or 7 games where he did so well, and this was 3 seasons ago. Excuse me, where he was in the MVP talks. He only had 2 interceptions, I think.
Got him all that money, and then
then injury after shit play after injury after shit play after shit play. And he's like the most overrated. He has no leadership skills. His locker room kind of collapsed. And, I can't believe the Giants let him off the hook and they took that. If the Giants had beaten the Eagles, the Cowboys would have a way easier path to get in the playoffs.
Well,
so Eagles suck. We're moving past them.
Also,
too.
if we could win any games, we would have a way easier path.
No,
so there's more than one way to skin that cat.
Yep. We did lose to the Bears.
Yes, we did.
I put so much money on the Bears game.
Yeah, I know.
I
think you encouraged me to put mine, and I didn't.
Yeah.
Or not on purpose. I think I just forgot.
Yeah. So
no
Eagles
offense to
suck.
Bears fans, but we really thought we had that one easy
You know what?
peasy in the
Full
bag.
offense to Bears fans. The Bears suck. Okay. The Bears are always known as the Packers bitch. That's it. That's how it has been.
I think I even told you
no, the Bears have won one time, and that was 1985. 1985.
Oh, that's the Super Bowl shuffle Bears,
Yes,
right?
Jim McMahon. That's all. I mean, that's literally like. That's like you're drunk driving, you skid because you're driving drunk, and you just happen to run over a guy who is holding a gun at a police officer.
Yes, we call that falling in ass backwards.
Yes, that is the 85 Bears.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking, next Halloween, can we dress up like the 85 Bears and do our own Super Bowl shuffle?
No, not at all.
Why?
So anyways,
that's a funny video. If you haven't seen it, you should see it.
So Bears suck also.
Hey, what's
who
going to happen?
doesn't suck?
Oh, I was going to... Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, what's going to happen to Cam Newton?
So there's a lot of speculation that
he's not staying.
Yeah, since Ron Rivera was fired,
he's out.
He was let go a week ago, I believe.
Maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah, maybe. That Cam Newton will be a part of the offseason letting goes of and trades.
Letting goes of.
So we'll see. And then the Ravens. My God, the Ravens, they look great. Lamar Jackson, how do you not love this kid? Like, he's such a good dude.
He's very humble for what he's doing.
Everyone has always tried to make him a wide receiver or whatever else. He would
be hell of a running back too. I'm just saying.
It's the whole like athletic black quarterback, right? But so what did he do? What did he do in response to that? He said, "Nope, I'm a quarterback."
Yeah.
He studied his
and he's
tail
running
off.
it anyway.
He studied his tail off, and now he has actually fixed his arm and become extremely accurate. Yeah, okay. Is he throwing like 70% completion rate and 400 yards a game. No, but he's doing enough, and
But his movement is making up for that.
he is creaming teams. his RPOs are fantastic. Like he's an awesome quarterback.
Didn't you tell me he's on pace to break Michael Vick's rushing record?
Yeah, I think he's only like 102 yards off.
It's crazy.
Something like that. I mean, he's like running like 60, 70 yards a game. I mean, it's great for the at least recently. So yeah, they're amazing. The Chiefs look better now. Patrick Mahomes was injured for a little bit, but it seems to be like he's kind of. I mean, he did suffer another hand injury.
I was just gonna say, is he gonna be kind of injury prone? Like not big injury prone, like Sam Bradford was, but
I hate the word injury prone.
Yeah, I mean,
it's so loosely thrown out there.
Is he gonna be kind of delicate with these little small injuries? You don't think so?
It's too soon to tell, and I think it's very unfair.
But it's been a lot of small stuff, like.
Right.
I mean, except when his kneecap was popped out of place.
I mean, people say that like Tony Romo was injury prone.
He was.
No, he wasn't. He got a broken collarbone from a sack, and then like 5 years later, he had a transverse process fractures in his back. And
Wasn't
then it
there
happened
small
2
stuff
seasons
in
in a row.
between though.
No,
That's what injury prone means. These tiny injuries that affect your play.
But the small things, he didn't miss games.
No, you don't. Injury prone doesn't mean you miss games. It means these small injuries.
I think injury
like
prone
affect,
100% means you miss
not
games.
to me. I think those small injuries affect the way that you play.
I disagree.
You have a tweak in your shoulder. You have a little.
It's the
injury in your
NFL. They
hand,
have all little injuries. All the plays is affected, especially in week 14, 15, 16.
Okay, whatever you say.
Ooh,
I disagree.
like that. Whatever you say. That's awesome.
Take that with a grain of salt.
I love salt.
All right, what else?
Let's see here. Chiefs are good.
I'm in the playoffs in fantasy football. What about you?
Oh yeah, I am too.
We spent so much of the early football season talking about our fantasy teams, and now nothing.
Yeah. So Misty is in first place in one league, and she passed the first round of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I am in first place in another league, which is my brother's league, and I have advanced to the second round of the playoffs as well.
So the odds are gunning to be 1-1. What?
Well,
We'll see.
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm not saying we're going to. I'm saying we're gunning for.
Because
that's what we're hoping for.
I made one of the coolest moves. You could call me a smooth criminal. I think that's great. I picked up Ryan Tannehill.
Ryan
Tannehill. This guy.
That was a good call.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The last 6 games.
My God.
Is number 1.
Like so quietly. Who's talking about him?
Nobody.
I had no idea even until I looked. You said, "Hey, can you look at this for me or whatever?" And I was like looking at your team. Mm-hmm. I had no idea he was doing that well until I looked at the numbers.
If I win, this will be my first win in this league in 15 years.
But if you win, how am I going to win?
You're not in the playoffs.
I know, I'm just kidding.
If I win this league, I will send a small check to Jared Goff because he has played.
I don't think Jared Goff needs your money, but okay.
It'll be a gesture. It'll be like $5 because 5 is about how many points he got me 3 weeks in a row. That almost cost me games until I was so frustrated. I was like, screw it. I'm just gonna go with Ryan Tannehill. Because I think he looks like he's doing okay, but he's...
Wait,
what?
You're going to pay Jared Goff for encouraging you to bench him? Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't you just send something to Ryan Tannehill? Like a thank you to him?
Oh, yeah, I could do that too.
Yeah.
I actually have a picture of his now wife.
That's like if you love your job, you don't send a thank you to the job that just fired you.
Do you know that?
His wife? Mm-hmm. Who's his wife?
I don't know. She's gorgeous, but I saw them at the... Nebraska A&M game.
You have a picture of her?
Yeah, on the sidelines. Like we were on the field.
Were you with her?
No, I'm not. No, I wasn't with her.
Did you just take like a creepy picture of her? Like, hey, she's pretty. Because that's what it sounds like. I have a picture of her. Like, I used the long range lens because I saw this pretty girl and she just happened to marry Ryan Tannehill. You
First
weirdo.
First it was on the iPhone 4.
Okay. Not less creepy because you didn't use an actual camera.
I don't have a
Is she just in the background of a picture or something that you took?
She's more like in the foreground of the picture.
Did you take a picture of her?
Yeah.
But you don't know her?
I knew she was Ryan Tannehill's girlfriend at the
time. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking like she's subsequently... See, some wives would just freak out, like get mad at you for that, like taking a picture of a pretty girl. I just think you're a weirdo.
I mean,
But if you knew she was Ryan Tannehill's girlfriend,
Yeah.
then I assume you were taking a picture to be like, hey, look, Ryan Tannehill's girlfriend is here.
So you mean to tell me that if I'm
No,
in the,
that's not weird. But
Right.
the way you said it was
so you
just
mean to
like,
tell me if I'm in the Galleria Mall and I see Kate Upton because of Verlander's
Kate
wife?
Upton is famous. That's like, your logic does not make sense there.
No.
Okay, we know for a fact because we lived in Fort Worth that
Mm-hmm.
Jason Witten's wife is a nurse, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would be like if you took a picture of her, like, she's not famous. It's weird, but that's okay.
I mean, I'll give you that it's different, maybe,
Different.
but
You know what different is what you say about that kid in your class that's weird, but your parents told you not to call them weird?
like they're the ones that like eat glue.
Yeah, it's just different.
So, anyways, I think we can go ahead and put a pin in football for right now.
I'm sure there are like 800 more things to talk about, but
There are. So, what I do want to do with regards to football, though, is, we haven't done this in a couple months because we haven't recorded in a couple months. So,
We're
I
gonna
want
make
to,
picks?
yeah,
oh,
just gonna do it off the cuff.
did you just burp?
It wasn't like a burp. It was like it was one of those internal burps. Hey, I will class this joint up once I start getting paid for these damn podcasts. 2 months we didn't do shit but sit on our ass and pay storage fees for this podcast.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Some of these fees are very
Hey,
not expensive.
I didn't get pregnant by myself. I'm just saying.
All right.
Test is still out. We'll see.
We'll see. All right. So tomorrow's game, we have the Jets at the Ravens. Jeez Louise. The Jets are a minus 15.5. The Ravens are a minus 15.5 point favorite.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do. So Lamar Jackson has a quad injury.
Oh, he does?
He says he's going to play. I hope.
Is it like a quad injury or just like a
Nah,
little
it's just
like tweak?
It's like a tweak.
Okay.
I hope he does not play very well. My opponent has him.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is. So you're
I-
just singing his praises.
I would think minus 15.5.
Don't fall for this crap.
No, listen, because they're trying to clinch the first seed of the first seed in the
Okay.
first round bye. I'll take the Ravens at minus 15.5.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? We should write this down. Oh, when I edit or when I
Yeah, we should write it down because it's not recorded somewhere.
Yeah, when I master this, I'll do it. So on Sunday, the 15th, we have the Bears at the Packers. Packers are minus 4.5. I don't know. The Packers haven't been doing too well, but I will side with you
I'm
on
just
this one.
picking winners
Yeah.
here.
I will side
Packers
with.
will
No,
win.
you got to pick the points. I will side Packers 4.5.
I'm not any good
I'll
at
take
this.
it.
Okay.
All right, we have the Seahawks at the Panthers. Seahawks are minus 6.5. I'll take the
I would take the Seahawks on the one.
Panthers.
The Panthers.
I'll take the, Ew, he's a Panther. I'll take the Panthers.
No, just thinking.
Plus 6.5.
Isn't what you call it like in middle school or whatever? And you pull somebody's pants down. Pantsing them.
pantsing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Pantsers.
So I'll take the Panthers
Such
plus
an
6.5.
obnoxious team.
So there we go. We can differ on that one. Oh, and then we got the Patriots and the Bengals. Well, the Patriots and their video cameras are minus 10. Because they'll know all the calls.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know we're not talking about the Patriots anymore, but can I just point out that they did this to one of the
1 in 12
shittiest teams in
yeah.
the league? Like, what's the point,
So
anyways?
I will easily go minus 10.
Sure.
Hell, I'll go minus 20.
Sure.
Because they're going to know all the plays coming at them.
Yeah.
Because they're cheaters and this is what they do.
Yeah.
Then we got the Broncos at the Chiefs. The Chiefs are a 9.5 point favorites. You know what? I got to be honest though. Drew Lock for the Broncos.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this
I
kid,
know.
he only had a second start.
And who is he? Like, where did he come from? I've never heard his name before.
There is something about the way he plays. I don't know what it is. I saw him last week.
I just almost started singing again.
Okay. I saw him last week, and I saw him play this past weekend against the Astros. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, he killed the Astros. You know what? The Astros, they don't even look like they play football. No, but I saw him kill
And
the
it's
Texans.
surprising that he killed the Astros because they also steal signals.
But oh shit, that's right. The Astros
Yeah.
are the Patriots of
Yes,
baseball,
we
right?
should talk about that at some point, but it's not baseball season right now.
I'm telling you, Drew Lock, there's something about the way he
know.
throws. He's poised.
You told me, like, watch this kid. He's very good.
Yeah, I literally saw him play a half
Okay,
2 weeks ago, and then I think I told you I was like, oh yeah, the Broncos have Drew Lock, and I pulled out on my Houston Texans
Jeez.
bet,
Uh-huh.
and I said, look, watch this kid Drew Lock. There's something, it's one of those things when you feel something about somebody and but you can't like explain it. You can't
It's
quantify what
I don't know what it is,
Yeah,
but he's got it.
but he's
Yeah,
got it.
exactly.
You can't quantify what it is in,
Yeah.
in measurables. It's just there's just something. It's like it's the eye test.
So I'm not being funny. Like, where did he come from? Has he been in the league for a long time?
He's a
like,
rookie.
Oh, he's a rookie?
I have no idea who the hell he is.
Was he drafted?
I don't know. I will know this.
We need to look into this.
I will find. See, we don't edit shit here. I will find out next week, and I'll discuss it.
Yeah, I'm just so curious because I've never heard his name before.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos plus 9.5 against the Chiefs.
I'll roll with you on that one.
And you know what? Von Miller looks rejuvenated. Their defense looked rejuvenated because of this kid. I'm telling you, man. I love
Von Miller.
There is, yeah. How can you not love Von Miller?
I want to have lunch with Von Miller. I think it'd be fun.
Wouldn't that be weird?
No, it wouldn't be weird.
Would you take
it
a
would be
picture
awesome.
of him? That'd be
we would
weird.
be best friends.
Yeah.
He went to school like an hour and a half from our house. We could accidentally run into him in College Station sometime.
That's true. I might be going to a game. I think my brother told me.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Maybe we should talk about these things off the bucket.
Then we got the Giants as 3.5-point favorites and the Dolphins.
Oh God, who's playing, Eli or Daniel Jones?
Nah, it should be Eli versus Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Not that it makes one iota of difference, but I'm gonna go with the Dolphins on that one. Because really, it's a crapshoot.
I'll go Dolphins plus 3.5.
Like a shitty crapshoot.
Then you have the Eagles at the Redskins. Eagles are a 4.5-point favorite.
Yeah, Eagles.
Because it's a division game.
Oh.
And because I want the Redskins to win, I'm going Redskins.
I don't think they'll
plus
win
4.5.
probably, but okay.
So are you going with Eagles minus 1.5?
I mean, I think the Eagles will win, yes, but I'm inclined to not bet that.
Do you think they'll win by 5 points?
Yes.
Okay, so then I got the Redskins plus 4.5. We have the Bucks at the Lions. The Bucks are 3.5-point favorites. The Lions are without Stafford and without Marvin Jones. He's on the IR.
Yeah.
So I got to go Tampa Bay minus 3.5. We have the Houston Texans at the Titans and my boy Ryan Tannehill. This is going to be a great game to watch, I think. Tannehill versus Watson.
I'm just thinking, how did the Texans beat the Patriots and then just completely shit the bed last week?
Because of Drew Lock.
Oh, right.
Telling you.
Here, boy.
Keep it on the DL.
Yeah.
Drew Lock.
All right. Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh.
I will, you know what? I will go Titans minus 3.
The Texans are so like
they're
flippy floppy. I don't know. It's very hard to
They're very bipolar.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're going to get.
Offense and defense.
Yep.
It's because JJ Watt's out.
The only thing I know with the Texans is that DeAndre Hopkins is going to be amazing regardless.
Well, yeah, but that can't carry the whole.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson, he can turn it on, he can turn it off.
Yeah.
But DeAndre Hopkins, he
He's
only knows.
good though. I like that kid.
He only knows one speed, and that's just a ball out. I love that kid. All right, Viking. God damn, I feel so old calling these athletes kids.
They are children.
Yes, children with houses and Bentleys and.
But age-wise, they are still children.
Then we have the Vikings at the Chargers. Vikings are a 3-point favorite. I'll go Vikings 3 points.
Okay.
You want to make a pick?
Yeah, I'll go with you. That's
right.
fine. I don't know about that one.
Seems like you're kind of mentally checked out.
That one, I don't. I mean.
All right. We have the overrated punk-ass Browns at the Cardinals.
I will never bet
I know.
for the Browns ever. Don't even ask me.
Browns are 3-point
Assholes.
favorites.
Oh, my God. We didn't talk about that. Baker Mayfield addressing Odell Beckham's injury.
Yeah.
You and I haven't done it. Freddie Kitchens was like, he doesn't need to be addressing anybody's injuries.
Right.
That's dope.
Oh,
That's a dumpster fire.
I didn't hear about that.
Oh yeah, Freddie Kitchens was like, we don't like the players to be addressing each other's injuries. We can deal with that in house.
Oh shit! I didn't read that. Okay.
Why Kitchens decided to get him some balls all of a sudden, like take control of his team. I don't know, but
that's weird. I did not read that.
Anyhow,
so I will. You know what? Even though I think Cleveland will probably win, their season's essentially lost right now.
Sure.
They're all but mathematically eliminated. I'll go with the Cardinals because the Cardinals are still gonna want to try to ride it with Kyler Murray and see what's going on.
But they probably won't.
Do you know who I feel the worst about?
Yes, of course. Oh, Julio. Oh, what?
Larry Fitzgerald.
I'm
jackass. man, just one of the nicest dudes. One of and he's just
He still calls his dead mama on the phone.
he's just a blue collar. I'm gonna put my head down, catch the ball,
Can't do nothing.
shake hands. I'm not gonna show
guy.
off. See, that's how you know you're getting older in life. You call these people kids, and then you appreciate the ones who don't show off.
Oh, he's not a kid,
No, I know.
right? He's got to be our age.
Well, he's still a college student. University of Phoenix commercials. Okay, next game is the Jaguars of the Oakland Raiders. Raiders are 6.5-point favorites.
The Raiders are real bipolar too, actually.
Jacksonville has Gardner Minshew starting, so I got to go with the Raiders.
I was on that Minshew train.
Yeah, he sucks.
Larry Fitzgerald's same age as you.
I got to go with the Raiders minus 6.5.
Yeah, I'll go with the Raiders too.
Then we got the Falcons at the San Francisco.
Try it again. Again, we don't edit here. So go ahead. How's your energy drink taste?
I'm drinking. I'm so tired today. We have
Man, those 0.0 Heinekens really get you.
we have the Atlanta Falcons at the San Francisco 49ers.
You almost did it again.
The Niners are an 11-point favorites.
Oh.
Atlanta has actually played pretty decent the past 3 weeks.
I'll still go with San Francisco on that one.
Yeah, I'll probably go with Atlanta just because it's plus 11. That's a lot of points.
Oh, yeah, 11 is a lot of points. Okay.
And you got this dumpster fire of a team. You have the Rams at the Cowboys. Rams are a 1-point favorite.
Wait, which dumpster fire are you referring to?
Both, but the unfortunate part is the Rams are an uptick. They're on an uptick right now. But here's the shitty part: they're playing at Dallas. When you play at Dallas or when you play at home, you get 3 points, and
we're still
plus 1. So because it's plus 1, I'll go with the Cowboys.
I mean, I would too. I think at some point we have to turn it around.
All this negative press,
at some point,
it's got to do something. But this is exactly
I don't know who's going to do it.
This is exactly how I lose money, by the way.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go and say I'm going to pick the Cowboys, but I'm not going to actually put money.
Oh, I wouldn't either.
Losing too much damn money. Anyways, then we have the Buffalo Bills of the Pittsburgh Steelers for waiting all day for a Sunday night. Sunday Night Football. So Buffalo Bills of the Steelers.
I don't think anybody's listening anymore. Radio's just turned off everywhere.
The Steelers are a minus 1.5, right? So they're going to play in Heinz Field. It's going to be cold, and it's going to be dark and nighttime. But it would dark and nighttime. Yeah, I still got to go with the Buffalo Bills, man. I like this Bills team.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do on that one. I'm gonna stay out of that one. I don't know.
All right. Then we have the Colts. Man, damn, it sounds like you're checked out now.
I've been picking.
Then we have the Colts at the Saints.
Oh.
And the Saints are a 9-point favorite.
Shit. Take the Saints.
The Saints and the 49ers had an amazing game this last Sunday.
Yes,
I think it was like 48-46.
It was so close.
That's the highest scoring game I've seen in a long time.
And it probably wasn't really like this, but I feel like every time I glanced over, it was always within like 3 points somehow. Like nobody,
I think you're right.
Nobody ever seemed to get up usually even in close games at some point, somebody would be up a touchdown or 10 points or something, and then it'll come back.
I would have to say I agree
very,
with you.
very close.
So I will... God, 9 points is a lot. I'll probably go Saints.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and put the hammer down on football. We're done for that. Hopefully next week when we discuss, we'll be in the Super Bowl of our respective leagues. Mm-hmm. That would be the shit. I would love that. So I want to go and talk real quick about basketball.
If you say LeBron James, I swear to God.
LeBron James. LeBron James. So Milwaukee leads the East. Lakers lead the West. Clippers are in second place in the West. And some team, who's that? The Dallas Mavericks are on third.
Oh, look at that.
Behind Luka Doncic, who is playing like a freaking MVP. He's
busting up all kinds of records.
Yeah, average-wise, he's 1 point off of averaging a triple-double so far. Milwaukee still, steamrolling teams. Boston's doing well. They're in second place. Kind of a letdown for me are the 76ers. They're in fourth place, which is not bad at all, but I kind of just they're like the Raptors for me, who are in fifth place. Like they're just kind of like you don't really know who you're gonna get. Anyways, back to the West. The Rockets are in fourth place, followed by the Nuggets, Jazz, Thunder, and of all teams, Suns.
It doesn't seem like the Rockets have been doing that well, have they?
Yeah,
Maybe I
they're doing
just
pretty
don't
good. They're
pay
15 and
that
8.
much attention.
You know, the most disappointing team for me, once again, and I probably said this last season as well, is the Portland Trailblazers. I mean, my God, they're in, let's see, 9th, 10th, 11th place. And
Still pretty early for
yeah,
you to be
no,
all
I know.
like,
But we're 25 games in, so we're essentially a little bit past a quarter of the season in. But it's like the Blazers will beat the crap out of a good team and then lose to a crappy team.
oh, they're the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And then, they have like Dame Lillard, CJ McCollum. Like, I
You
just,
love Damian Lillard, don't
do
you?
love
I know.
Dame. I love him, man.
Yeah, me too. That ESPN commercial that they've been running, like, hey, Damian, are you going to lunch with us? Oh, that Dame time is unfortunately lunchtime.
I mean, he's
Like his calendar, like every block just says Dame time.
once again, he doesn't get too high, get too low. I could talk for 2
He's
hours.
like really quiet too, right? I know he's like a rapper and stuff, but he doesn't like talk a lot of shit, I feel like, and right or no?
Right, yeah,
Maybe I
no,
just don't pay
probably not.
attention.
But I could talk for 2 hours about how much I love Dame Lillard.
But do you love his rapping? I still have not heard any of his songs, but he's pretty good, right? I heard he's pretty good.
I haven't heard any of it.
Okay, that's our homework for this evening. We'll listen to Damian Lillard's rap songs.
So
Because I can't listen to Lil Dicky anymore.
Right. So Portland is upsetting. San Antonio is upsetting. They're in let's see, 9th, 10th, 11th. Oops, 9th, 10th, 11th. They're in 12th place. Wow. But they don't even have any player. LaMarcus Aldridge overrated. DeMar DeRozan
This is like a
over the
kind
hill.
of rebuilding time for, right?
The Warriors are in last place. They're in
Oof,
5 and
yikes.
20.
Yikes.
Let's see. Cleveland sucks. New York sucks. Hawks, Wizards, Bulls suck. So
Oh.
that's basketball in a nutshell.
Speaking of the Warriors,
it's
that's
still-
what... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It's still pretty early on in the season. We'll have to address some more next week. This is going to be kind of a haphazard episode. We wanted to...
I mean...
Well, I think we got the itch last week. We're like, dude, we got to record something. Like, it's
Yeah,
just
but
fun.
it just
It's
didn't happen.
cathartic.
I don't remember why.
Oh, man, we had Thanksgiving, family over.
Yeah.
By the way, happy belated Thanksgiving.
And because we probably won't talk to you before, then Merry Christmas.
Oh, no.
Happy New Year.
We're going to be back next week.
See you for the summer solstice. I don't even know what the summer solstice is.
It's the solstice, the summer one. Do you have anything else sports? Because then we're going to talk just like...
No, it's not really sports related, but I was going to tell you why the Houston media is so shitty. I remember.
Oh, yeah, please go ahead.
This morning. So this is...
this morning?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
neither here nor there, but Aisha Curry, Steph Curry's wife, had like...
She's adorable.
co-opened.
I love that
She
girl.
is cute.
She's a little bit obnoxious with the whole like
She's
social
kind of
media
annoying,
thing.
yeah, but she's cute though,
She's cute.
and she seems like to have a likable personality. She just stands behind her husband. That's fine. But so she like
Stand by your man.
that is like a really really old country song.
You like that?
Yeah.
Look at me pulling stuff.
So anyway, she opened. I don't know. She was like an investor in this restaurant here in Houston.
It's so funny to hear you struggle like that.
I know. I was trying to think of the word.
She opened.
She didn't
but not
open the
by
restaurant,
herself.
but she was like like the number one investor or something.
Yeah.
And the restaurant just closed. Like apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently this restaurant had really bad reviews on Yelp before it even opened because people in Houston, no offense, I love to live here, but people here are shitty when it comes to sports. Yeah. And so because it was Aisha Curry, like Rockets fans are mad at Steph Curry because he's always like plowed over them.
Yeah.
And so they were writing like really crappy reviews for her restaurant. It was so bad.
What a bunch of assholes.
It was so bad that Yelp had to reset, like they had to delete that listing and redo it when the restaurant reopened. Like it was really bad. So anyway,
awful.
the people on the radio this morning were like, oh, maybe she should just open restaurants in California where they care about her. Or like, we don't want her here. We don't want her to open restaurants here. Maybe she needs to go back and be with her husband. Or they're saying like, well, maybe if she were cuter, maybe if she were smarter, maybe if she weren't Steph Curry's wife and all this stuff. Like, it was so shitty.
That's so
And this
dumb.
is how they are all the time. Like, again, I'm going to reference it, even though we haven't talked about it. The Astros got caught cheating, and they're like, well, it doesn't really matter. It didn't help them win. You know, I'm sure that the other teams cheat too. And then when it comes to like the Texans, they never want to talk about why the Texans are bad. They just talk about why the Cowboys are terrible. Like, it's just really annoying to hear sports
Hey,
radio in Houston.
I
It's
will
so
take
obnoxious.
I will take my sucky team, but we're honest. We lose honestly. We suck honestly. We don't need to cheat.
Anyways, I thought that was really shitty that just because Aisha Curry, like, put money into a restaurant, that people were being so ugly about this restaurant.
Yeah.
And of course it failed, but still, restaurants fail all the time. Like,
But-
why does it matter? Who cares?
But this is the problem also. Like since when did Texas hate California and California hate Texas? Like,
I don't know.
Why can't both states be cool as shit? I have a brother that lives in California. I love going there.
I mean,
I love the beautiful weather. I love the unique restaurants. He loves coming to Texas. Obviously, Texas is home to all of us.
Yeah.
But all of us, like my family, not all of us like human beings.
All right. Well, we all
Texas,
came
yeah.
from Texas.
But like, he loves coming
Like,
to
human
Texas.
beings didn't come from Africa. They all came from
Yeah.
Texas. That's
He,
how annoying we are.
He has a shit ton of friends here. Great restaurants. Great. Of course, we're known for our Tex-Mex.
Who cares?
Like, dude.
Yes,
I
they're
think
liberal. Who gives a shit?
Everybody. I'm not conservative. I think everybody needs to just get off their high horse. You know what sucks,
What
man?
difference does that make
We
anyway?
We have an In-N-Out burger that opened about 1.8 miles from our house, right?
It is good for real. It's
Yeah.
like, when
But
like a
all
burger
my-
place is new, everything's so fresh, delicious.
But like so many of my like stupid ass friends, like, oh, are you going to In-N-Out? Okay, can you pick me up some Whataburger on the way home? Huh? It's two different kinds of burgers.
I will definitively say that as of this moment, the Whataburger by our house is not as good as the In-N-Out by our house.
So I'm going to give you my analysis, and I wasn't going to do this on Facebook because I thought it'd be kind of funny, but I'm just going to do it right now because.
God, are we going to talk about the Popeyes sandwich too?
No, I love
you
Popeye
wanna have
sandwich.
that for lunch?
No, man, I'm on a diet.
Sorry.
By the way, I am on a diet. Have you guys heard about the Warrior Diet?
Oh my God.
Okay, well, anyways, so you know what really sucks is like
You know what really grinds my
you
gears?
know what grinds my gears. You know what really sucks is that like there's so much dividing this damn country right now as it is, like politically.
Wait, burgers?
Hang on, like liberal versus conservatism, all this bullshit.
Yeah, sure.
It's almost like you're gonna side with whatever agrees with your principles, without like you're not comparing apples to apples.
Oh, I
You're
see what
straight up saying, like, if you're from Texas, everything conservative is 100% great. If you're from California, everything liberal is 100% great. Well, that's not true.
Well, that's not life. Life is not black and white like
this
that.
This is the problem that we have, is that we never look inwards.
Okay.
We think we're 100% correct and everybody else is full of shit. You can be flawed. You can have a great idea, and your great idea can still have flaws. This is why medicine goes through clinical trials. This is why inventions fail. This is why businesses fail. This is why ideas fail.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about, and I know I'm getting so charged about like Whataburger versus In-N-Out, but like
It's a metaphor, people.
Some of it really is. Some of the shit I read on Facebook.
I haven't experienced any of this.
Oh
but
my God. Because you know what? Because you know what you do? You unfollow people.
I sure do.
I don't, because when I wake up in the morning, I like to listen to heavy metal on my way to work to kind of get me amped up.
Oh.
And I love reading stupid, like, negative Facebook
You
stuff.
show one iota of hatred towards a religion, a race, a burger joint, I am out.
Yeah, but it's like, it's like,
need that shit in my life.
keep In-N-Out in California. It sucks. And blah, blah, blah. Dude, okay.
Y'all need to go somewhere else because In-N-Out is welcome here.
If you don't like the burger, nobody cares.
You don't have to buy it, by the way. In-N-Out is not the governor.
You are literally lumped in the same category as the obnoxious mom that like, oh, little Jeffrey pooped today. He pooped in the toilet today. Oh, he had the sniffle. He has hand, foot, and mouth. Like,
I mean,
you're that person.
You mean on social media? Because I would get super stoked if our kid would poop in the toilet.
Yeah, well, yeah, but we're not going to share that.
Oh, no.
Little Billy ate a cookie today.
I might send out a family
that
email,
person.
but...
So here's my analysis right here.
Okay.
If you like mustard and onions, get a Whataburger burger.
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
You like that super tangy mustard? Get a Whataburger. It's fantastic. If you like super...
And like a wheat bun, right? It's not like kind of a wheat...
If you like... And if you want like a lot of options, because you can do jalapenos, onions, grilled mushrooms, blah, blah. If you want a straight up one of the freshest burgers you'll ever have in your life, go to In-N-Out.
Like a grilled burger.
Yeah, it's not greasy.
Yeah,
You
not
don't-
at all.
You don't feel disgusting after it. French fries, you and I differ.
Well, thank
I
you,
think,
California, for the not greasy hamburger.
Yeah.
Delicious.
You and I differ on the French fries. I don't like In-N-Out fries at all, but they're very natural. They're fresh because they literally.
No, they're good, but
they literally-
Whataburger's fries are better.
Yeah, they
for
literally
sure.
chop the potato in front of you. Oh, I thought you liked In-N-Out better.
Their fries?
Uh-huh.
No, not the
Okay,
fries.
I don't like In-N-Out's fries at all.
Oh, I like the fries. They're good, but Whataburgers are better.
Like I literally will never buy In-N-Out fries again.
Really?
Yeah,
They're so good.
I don't like them at all.
I like them.
I like the disgusting 2 times
Lamb.
fried. No, yeah, I like the super processed bagged frozen potatoes that
With that
Whataburger
old
uses.
grease inside. Yep.
Because don't Whataburger, seriously, with your commercials being fresh,
No.
it ain't fresh, bro.
No.
I know fresh food. That's not fresh.
Their burgers usually taste fresh, but those patties are frozen for real.
Yeah, and here's one more aspect.
Mm-hmm.
The customer service, hands down, In-N-Out.
Does In-N-Out have shakes?
Yes,
I need to try one of their milkshakes.
they do have shakes. But the customer service at In-N-Out,
Oh, so good.
It's like going-
better than Chick-fil-A, maybe.
it is better
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
than Chick-fil-A. I would take customer service at In-N-Out any day over the week over than Brenda with the parka at Whataburger who just got dumped by her ex-boyfriend and now her baby
That's
daddy is
because
trying to call her.
You always stop at Whataburger like between midnight and 2 a.m. So you get like that crew.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm.
Can I use the F word? How do you fuck up an order at 2 a.m.
so
when I'm
awful.
the second car?
They are so awful because
I-
they're busy doing other stuff.
I am
that's
car
why.
2 out of 2.
But by
right?
the way,
Listen,
just hold on. In contrast, we should tell that since In-N-Out opened, we went there and we were literally like 3/4 of a mile from the restaurant in a line.
That's not an exaggeration.
No, literally. We had to
go.
go 2 miles out of the way to go to the back part of the shopping center to get in the line for the drive-thru.
We were the equivalent of one highway exit away.
Yes, 100%. Some little boy, young kid, came to take our order when we were still half a mile from the restaurant. And by the time we got to the window, our food was ready. It was incredible.
Yep.
But my husband is such an a-hole. When we pulled up, he said, nobody's taken my order yet. And the little girl, you were expecting her to freak out, I think. She was like, that's okay, sir. What can we get you?
Cool as a cucumber. Cool. Man, it was great. But you go
But
to.
in contrast, what I'm saying is there are 2 customers at Whataburger and they can't get it right.
Yeah.
There are
They can never
literally
get it right.
300 people in the line at In-N-Out and they are on top of it. And they pay their employees really well, right? We were
So
discussing.
In-N-Out, they pay what's called a livable wage, which is probably going to be in the 15,
like
16
well
bucks an hour
higher
for
than
fast
minimum
food.
wage, yeah.
What I don't
And
get.
we discussed this probably because they're a California-based company.
Oh,
that
for
they
sure.
pay more.
Well, it's like at Whataburger, first of all, it's Houston, Texas. It's August. Take off the jacket. Like, why are you so cold?
It's not that goddamn cold in
No,
Whataburger.
yeah, there's something wrong. Like, why are you so cold? You always got the sniffles. I tell Miss this all the time. I refuse to leave the drive-thru until I count all my
Oh,
food.
100%.
Because every time I do and I don't come home, they leave something. How do you mess up an order every single time?
And it's a very simple order: potato and egg taquito,
Yeah.
Whataburger, chicken strips.
Right.
It's very simple.
and if
Same
you go
every
at
time.
10:45, we don't do the taquito until 11 o'clock. You can't make me a
You don't
taquito.
like taquito? Really?
Seriously.
Really?
I'm not sitting here.
That's the only thing I get at Whataburger, by the way.
I'm not even sitting here and saying like, "Oh, can you make me a fresh omelet?" No.
And you know what? All these people, by the way,
does your machine not allow you to have a tortilla and an egg? Just make it.
speaking of, when our daughter was a newborn, do you remember she wouldn't sleep? We would have to drive her around to get her to sleep. How many times do we go to McDonald's and like the ice cream machine's broken? Like
yes.
it's 3 a.m. and our newborn isn't sleeping. All we want is ice cream. What do you mean it's broken?
I actually think no McDonald's has an ice cream machine.
They don't have a workable ice cream machine.
It's like an inside joke.
Yes. It's like the shell of the ice cream machine, but there's nothing inside really. No, but all these people who are being like hoity-toity about Whataburger have obviously forgotten that it's been sold to some conglomerate in Chicago or something.
Yeah.
So it's not even like a good old Southern company anymore. So
Speaking of Chicago, one of my old high school friends is in Chicago, and whenever anybody
all your friends from high school are old. But
no, old as in shut up.
I understood what you meant. They're true.
Every time I see somebody that goes to Chicago, I always mention Lockdown Burgers in Ukrainian
Oh,
Village.
so good.
Oh, it's such a, oh man, I miss that damn place. I miss the food in Chicago.
Was it good or did you like burn a hole in your stomach
Woo!
every time?
Oh my God, should I tell that story?
Sure, but if you go to Chicago, go to Ukrainian Village, visit Lockdown Burger.
Yes.
Last time we went there, I had what was
Wait,
called.
hang on. Let me just.
No,
finish up
it's so simple. Hold on, it's pertinent. I had a Thanksgiving burger. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
It was like a turkey patty. It had stuffing and cranberry sauce and mashed potatoes on the burger. Delicious.
Yeah.
Please tell your acid-inducing story.
Oh no, I was gonna say.
Oh, sorry, you're gonna finish
yeah,
about
as far
Whataburger.
as In-N-Out Whataburger, dude, guys, it's food. It's not that serious.
It can all be delicious.
I mean,
it can.
I don't understand why everybody takes to social media. If you don't like something, just don't eat it.
Oh, and by the way, since you mentioned
nobody's
it,
putting a gun to your head, man. Just go eat whatever
Yeah.
food you want to and shut the hell up. That's
since
it.
you mentioned it, Popeyes chicken sandwich
Ooh, I love
and
that chicken sandwich.
so good.
Yeah.
But Popeyes and Chick-fil-A can both have a yummy
Yeah.
spicy chicken sandwich. We don't have to decide. It's okay.
And if you're
we can
mad,
have both.
if you're mad at
¿Por qué
Chick-fil-A,
no las dos?
if you're mad at Chick-fil-A because they donated to anti-LGBT,
Then don't go there. Who cares?
Well, I mean, okay, fine, don't go there if you want to, but
Oh, if you knew what every company
Exactly.
that you... I mean, I shop at Hobby Lobby and they stole some,
Yeah.
artifacts, something. They did some shady shit too.
Yeah.
So,
you think the CEO of Samsung is like this really holy, you think
how about Walmart treating their employees the way that they do?
What
We
about
all still go to Walmart.
Amazon? You think Jeff Bezos is
Oh,
like
he doesn't give two shits.
holier than thou person, but
No.
you shop there all the time.
100% because it's convenient.
Now I have
You
heard,
can't just pick like a... Yeah.
I've heard Amazon employees complain like they're extremely strict about bathroom breaks and all this stuff. Like they don't care about like
As they should
any
be.
family problems and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like don't sit here like don't.
No, every company...
okay, I
you
got-
don't know what
hang
every
on.
company donates for.
I got an air quote.
Okay, do it.
Because it's 2019, right?
Uh-huh.
This is the millennial generation, like trying to like make shit happen.
Everything's a
and protest.
cause, yeah.
So don't be a advocate for everything.
Social media warrior.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
your Facebook post does not make you an advocate. Saying I'm not going to eat Chick-fil-A because they're anti-gay.
But if you really feel strong about it, then don't give them your money.
Of course.
Sure, I support that. There are certain businesses that I will not go to because of their...
Or if you're going to start a movement, create a group and actually start a movement. But don't just make a post and then feel good about yourself, pat yourself on the back,
Right.
and then whatever.
Yeah.
Look at us giving everybody advice.
I know.
People are like, who?
Now we all riled up.
People are like, who are you?
And we left sports like 3 exits back.
Yeah,
so.
this is what happens when we don't talk for like 2 months. All this rage.
Oh, I thought you meant when you and I don't talk.
Oh no.
That would be hilarious. Like, so the podcast is better. We just shouldn't talk to each other around the house.
So back to Lockdown Burger in the Ukrainian Village in
Delicious.
Chicago. So we went with
Kind
our
of
friend.
expensive for a burger, if I remember correctly.
I don't remember the prices,
It's like artisan, whatever.
but we went with our beautiful friend Alessandra, who we actually went to her wedding in Italy. Oh, that was such a dope ass trip.
was fun.
It was a fun trip. Anyways,
Could have been more fun without a 15-month-old, but
True,
still
true.
is fun. It's the story.
but so we went there and. I didn't eat anything all day, and because I was waiting for this burger, and so I get this
I
burger.
don't even remember how we found it. We saw it on... Did we see it on Food Network or something?
Oh, my brother!
Oh, was it?
My brother in L.A.
But they were also like featured on a show,
Yeah.
some kind of show. I don't remember what.
So Lockdown is like a biker bar, right? And they play heavy metal music, but they have like these weird eclectic burgers and stuff, right? And like your waiter and waitress will have like piercings and tats and
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
like
100%.
it's
Sure, yeah.
definitely
It's a very
not somewhere
interesting
you
place,
normally
yeah.
catch me.
Right.
But I'll tell you what though, it was kismet because like as soon as I walked in, they were playing Metallica. Like that's kind of a cool thing.
and they play it really loud. It's like a bar atmosphere, but in the middle. I think it was like a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah,
when
and
we
there were
went
like
or something.
families and all that
Yeah,
stuff. It's
yeah,
pretty cool.
it's a cool place.
So anyways, so I get this burger called the Arson, right? So
Already sounds like it's gonna work out well for minute one.
The bun is doused in habanero paste and then toasted. And then, of course, you have your burger patty. And it's a huge patty, by the way. Burger patty, pickles, lettuce, tomatoes, all that, onion, all that stuff. And then they use a habanero paste. So it's like a thick, like orange slurry on the patty.
Like mustard,
Yeah.
but made out of habaneros.
And they have one roasted habanero pepper just sitting in the middle of the burger, right? So I
I can't even think about it without my throat burning.
So I had nothing in my stomach, and this is back when we drank, right? So I had nothing in my stomach.
And Shruk also has a proclivity for acid reflux.
Oh yeah. So, I drink like 2 beers and I start eating the burger, right? And I'm like, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling super good. But then all of a sudden it hits, right?
The sweat starts.
Yeah. And it's a little bit busy, so we haven't gotten our check yet, and it's kind of weird, but I'm like, hey, ladies, it's just me, Misty, and Alessandra, right?
Yeah. Oh, and it was one of those days too where like when we got there, it was dead. There was nobody there, but we sat there so long that like the place filled up like crazy. If there was a wait, like there were tons of people there.
The thing about us, when we eat, we love to talk.
We just sit, yeah.
I will sit at a restaurant for 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I go to the bathroom and I'm like, okay, if I can just empty myself out for just like a split second, I think I'll feel better.
I
right?
feel so much better. I remember you were like sweat. You were covered in sweat, and this was well after your burger was finished.
Right, but then I took one look at the bathroom and I was like, no effing way, So like I stood on the.
It was like a typical bar bathroom. Yeah.
I stood on the commode with my boots on, and I was just like, there's no way this is gonna be a good ending. So I decided, okay, I'm not gonna do that. Let me just go and suck it up, and So I told our waitress, I was like, hey, I'm really sorry, I'm having some kind of stomach problems, and she looked at me like, I'm a gringo.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't handle spices.
Yeah.
I'm like,
we tried to tell you not to get that burger.
Look,
sorry.
I'm South Asian, bro. I can handle spice. I'm just having a bad beer and beer and habanero probably don't go together in my stomach. So she gives me these bitters and all this stuff, and it settles me in some carbonated water or some seltz water. I'm like, all right, I feel good. So I pay the bill, and Misty and Alessandra are still talking, and then I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna go to the car real quick. Just come out when you're ready. I recline the seats and I'm laying down, right?
Air conditioner full blast.
Yeah, I'm sweating like you wouldn't believe. So I drive Alessandra to her apartment, right? And I go, hey, Alessandra, do you mind if I come up and use your restroom? Now, granted, she lives on like, the 15th floor or something
at least,
like that?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh,
it was like an undertaking, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no problem. And I was like, it might be like number 2. And she literally was like, okay.
Yeah.
And by that reaction, I was like, oh, you know what?
Never mind. I'm okay.
I played it off like, ha, 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 totally kidding, ha, 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 ha. So we drop her off, and all of a sudden,
I think I had to drive home, didn't I?
Yeah, you drove home. And I was like, Misty, I can't talk to you right now. We stopped at like a gas station whose bathroom was even worse than freaking lockdown, and then
the rest, as they say, is history.
Oh man, I got to be honest, like. You know how there are a lot of people who abuse their bodies with like cocaine and heroin and crack and whatever, cigarettes,
spicy
booze.
Food. That's yours.
For me, it's spicy food.
Yeah.
Like literally, last time I talked to my doctor, he was like, "Oh, so do you drink?" I go, "No, I just eat spices."
Yeah.
But
you're gonna be like the one person that gets like, well, I was gonna say Barrett's esophagus, but not from like smoking or something, but just from like drinking not drinking alcohol, just like eating spicy food.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So sports, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
So
our lesson today:
have kids at your own risk.
Don't get
eat habanero burgers at your own risk.
With your food. It's just food.
Yeah, and don't be an asshole when it comes to burgers.
Yeah.
Everybody can like their own burgers. It's fine. That pretty much sums it up.
I wish I was thin so I could do like a burger off. Like just get like one burger from every burger joint here.
We can still 100% do that.
No, I'm on a diet.
As of yesterday.
As of 2
we'll
days ago.
wait until you fall off the wagon again, and then we'll have a burger tasting contest.
That's the hardest thing is I always fall off the wagon. But I don't know. I'm more motivated now. Anyways.
Okay.
So this has been kind of a weird episode. If you are actually still listening, go get a hobby. God damn, what are you doing with your life? I'm just kidding. No, I hope it was somewhat entertaining. Next week we'll be more organized. We
say that all the time. We won't be, and that's part of our charm. That's okay.
Yep.
Don't California our podcast. We don't have to be
charming
organized. I'm totally kidding. I like California.
Yeah. I might be like a damn unicorn. I love everybody. I love Chicago. I love.
I did not love living in Chicago.
I love Chicago. Oh, I loved it. I can still tell you all the streets that we lived around, the restaurants. I love California. I love Texas. Obviously, I love Texas. I love everything.
I'm not in love with Oklahoma, to be honest.
There's not a lot there. And that
Right.
48 miles on the turnpike of no bathroom,
nothing.
we have experienced some torture on those days.
Yeah, we've had some rough days in Oklahoma, but I'm sure there are nice places in Oklahoma, too.
Yeah. You know what I really love is Vegas. I can't wait to
We haven't
go
been
back.
in such a long time.
Oh,
Well, I mean, for like
yeah.
18 hours or something,
Right.
but I mean like really gone to Vegas.
But yeah, enjoy your food. Don't think too much. Okay.
Yeah.
There was a time where like people boycotted this stuff and that stuff. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Just eat.
But if you haven't had that Popeye sandwich, go get you one.
okay,
It's delicious.
get the spicy.
Get the spicy one. That's
The
true.
spicy is so much more flavorful.
The pickles, very yummy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I was gonna make mention of everything. Anyways, we didn't get to it. We'll get to it next time. I hope you guys have a wonderful
All right.
week.
Thanks for
Enjoy your
hanging with us.
sports this week. Enjoy Thursday night football. Enjoy basketball season. Enjoy college football, college basketball.
say a prayer to your football gods for the Ahmads to do well in the playoffs.
Yes, your fantasy football. I wish all of you the
Yes.
best of luck.
Happy playoff season.
Man, Christmas is right around the corner. Happy belated Thanksgiving. I hope everybody had an awesome time with their family. I know this is the first time in my entire life I've ever hosted Thanksgiving.
And it was good.
At our place, and
It worked out well.
my family came, so I was really blessed to have my dad, mom, brother, sister-in-law, and of course my beautiful niece at the house, and we all cooked. Oh, and my cousin Yasin and his now fiance. Congrats to them.
And I just took him out of the playoffs.
Oh,
Sorry, cousin.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
But we had bomb ass turkey. We had oven roasted, and I smoked a turkey, and then we had like
so good.
all the fixings you could want, and man, it was so good, and everybody's always like Christmas because Christmas is like the time for all. No, for me it's Thanksgiving. Like I love Thanksgiving, even though it's predicated on kind of a shady past. I love Thanksgiving. Just
Your
because,
favorite holiday is an eating holiday?
Damn it! I didn't see that coming. But so happy belated Thanksgiving to y'all. And we're gonna talk next week.
Or so.
Or so.
We'll see. All right.
That should be it
If we didn't get to it, we'll get to it.
for sure. You'll have a
Have a
great
good
week.
one.
Enjoy your football.